gon' slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Yellow, there's a line. I got you. Hey, check, Mike 57, Mike 57.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's done right there. Out. 3 down. Out. I got 11.
On the toss, here's Williams. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Yellow. Check.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Kansas City.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Attack!
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Yellow.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Mahomes, maybe a free play. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double.
They'll try the left side. It's Cooper. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. He'll have a first down past the 40. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. He goes 91 yards on the kick return. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking a big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
We're going to start. Hey, we got ready. 53, Mike 53.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold uncorks one for Davis. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold, escaping the pressure right. Caught here by Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. That's good for 28 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Bell. And some room to run now. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't, who's going to score the most points in this game? Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Silver. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Red 80. We need some therapy after this. 50. Hey, Mike 7.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Now this throw caught left side. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 97 yards, as they have taken the lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Yellow. I hope you brought your rep because I'm about to take you through it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check. On deck,
Mahomes now on first down. He finds Robinson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check. Lucky. Check.
Mahomes to throw once more. They complete it to Hill. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Yellow. 180.
it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Back to throw, Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Hill on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it's Chiefs football. First and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10, and that'll set them back 5.
Let's see what you got.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys have now moved out in front.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 33-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, let's get off the field, G.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike, 53. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Darnold, flush to his right. He gets this one to Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And he's going to go down again. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd and a yard, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Rolling to his left. He'll run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. C.J. Ham, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Mike Bobo. You run. Two, fellas, let's go. Hey, yo, go. Finish the game.
Mahomes to throw. Gets this one to Hill. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors. Echo. Switch. Shoot. Hey, 15. Motion. 44. Mike, 44.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
53, Mike. Bandit.
Again, it's Bell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And the Cardinals continuing to surge. They've scored again. A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on.
Yellow. Let's go. You don't see me in your nightmares, son. You don't.
To throw is Mahomes. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
It's second down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw, Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Johnson jostles free. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Mike, 44. Watch the screen. Pass.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A huge play there in overtime. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
50 seconds to Mike. Here we go. Slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion, man. Shoot. Show it up. Kill. Shoot. Motion. Motion, motion.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Shedding through the defense. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. On first down, Cooper. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 3rd down, it's Cooper, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
A 22-yard attempt.
And the kick by Butker is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime.
Red 80. Hey, Haywood.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Chiefs, they improved to 5-0 now.